Welcome.
Hey guys, sorry. Sipping on that good SetTeaS. Sorry, beat you to it.
Yep, we are back with another episode. What is this? Episode 3?
Yes.
Episode 3, I'm ready.
I know.
I am ready.
Oh, ready.
Some music right there.
Oh my God.
We gotta get some copyrights. But yes, I'm ready for to take today's episode. Episode 3. It is about peace versus drama.
Oh
Insert
boy.
headphones and screams. we ended the last episode talking about your bridal shower
Yes.
and how you had them people around us that we didn't even know.
Yes.
We didn't even know them peoples.
I'm sorry.
But you what was you made a statement as far as what did you say? Oh, you asked me why I let you
Come outside like that.
Mm-hmm. And the question was, do we lie to our friends to protect their insecurities?
Yes.
Right? That was the question.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we kind of, I think I said, we do, but not in a way of like I'm lying to you, but more so like I'm just bigging you up through your insecurities, trying to give you that boost or whatever. And
Right.
That's how we kind of segue into the whole, being around people that we didn't know on that particular night. And I kind of said, well, in that moment, we chose peace over drama, because it could have been a different kind of night had you been like, yo,
I know.
I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, I know.
So we definitely chose peace over drama, but we typically choose peace over drama. Not for the sake of like being scary or anything like that, but more so just like to keep your level of energy at a certain bar.
Pace.
Yeah, like to keep you in a certain mind frame. And I think that I said I was ready for tonight's episode because it just so happened.
Oh my God.
It just so happened.
And it happens very quickly. It escalates. So we could be on a great path.
And something will always make you be like, do I want to go left or do I go right? Do I go left or do I go right? But it just so happens that we talked about this in one of our previous episodes where things happen for a reason.
Right. Purpose driven.
Things happen for a reason. And there was an incident that happened that kind of, how do I want to bring this up?
I'm just gonna say, got you hyped and ready for today.
Because I didn't forewarn you about where I'm going with this, but I'm bringing a lot to the table today. I'm gonna bring heaviness to the table today.
That's good.
So what came up since last episode and this week. Let me stop, because I feel like I'm babbling, because I'm trying to get into it, right?
I'm sipping tea.
We ended off the last episode knowing what today's episode was going to be about.
Yes.
Let me just say that so that everyone who tune in knows that this episode is not so that I could talk about a certain situation. Let me just say that, right? So anyway, this particular situation I have been going through drama for the past 4 or 5 years, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Where when it began, a lot of relationships in my life ended.
Okay.
And so, one of the questions that we have for tonight is, what has choosing peace over drama cost you?
Right. That's a serious question.
And I want to say the reverse. What
Uh-oh.
has choosing drama cost me?
Okay. Okay.
Good question.
In your scenario,
In
your
my scenario,
situation.
in
Yeah,
my
okay.
situation. So, where I thought I was choosing peace in a sense of I'm separating myself from others, right? In
Mhm.
my mind, I'm thinking I'm choosing peace.
Mm.
And that was me going into solitude, right?
Which
So in
entails
my
what?
mind, I'm choosing peace by going into solitude. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm cutting everybody off. I don't want to
Mm.
deal with anybody. I went through a period where nobody had my new cell phone number. If you wanted to talk to me, reach me on social media.
Right. Right.
That was me thinking I was choosing peace.
Right.
In hindsight, because it's 2024, and the same situation that I thought I was removing myself from, I
Right.
really didn't. In a sense, I chose drama, which I think cost me a lot of relationships thinking I was choosing peace. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, was this yesterday? So
Uh-huh.
yesterday there was a situation where a young woman calls me about some stupid trivial shit, and I could have ignored it,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't. I entertained it for 5 minutes and 17 seconds.
Too long. Way too long.
For
Way too
5
long.
minutes and 17 seconds. And it was just one of those situations where it was like it hit me. How do I choose peace
Uh-huh.
when the drama, or the not necessarily drama, but the environment that I am in
Right.
still produces the drama?
This is heavy. I'm drinking my tea again.
Like, how do I, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
How do you remove yourself from something that you can't? And honestly, you can't really remove yourself from the whole situation because you can and you can't.
at this
Because
point, I
you're attached to that because of the family dynamic that you have. That
and
and that you are.
and this is, but I have to. That's the bottom line of it. Like, that's the bottom line. We close separate. Like, that's the bottom line of it, because I gotta choose peace. I can't keep isolating myself, slowing down my progress, being real particular with what I choose to do within my life, because I think I'm choosing peace. When
Right.
in actuality, I'm not choosing peace. By me not being who I am, by me not being vocal, by me not changing my environment and cutting and closing the door and cutting off communication with certain people,
Mhm.
I feel like that's me choosing the drama. And because I continue to use excuses as, because I have no choice but to be connected, I'm choosing drama. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But
No, but that's when I exit, I come in and I tell you that's kind of why I had to exit. a couple
Mhm.
years ago
Mhm.
because it was like what you're feeling now, like not now, but I know you've been feeling it, but it's just like I remember the conversation. The last conversation I had with you was I was just like, let it go. Let it go. It has nothing to do with you. The situation is of age to go look and find what they need to see of their part of that person.
Mhm.
And it just felt you weren't hearing me.
Mhm.
And I felt like I just kept saying it over and over again. And I know you're bigger and better than that. And then I was going through my own stuff here, so it was just mind-boggling myself, just fighting everything, and I just felt like you weren't hearing me, and then I feel like I wasn't hearing me with my situation, what I had to deal with.
Mhm.
So I just had to cut everything off. I had to isolate myself. I really honestly just had to turn myself off because I
The
just felt like I don't want to say that you weren't hearing me. I feel you were hearing me, but I just felt there was no you weren't you're not here. What you're exactly what you're saying. There were no buts. It was just that's why I felt like I had to remove myself. I felt like I had to remove myself from everything.
it was like how I said where I felt like I was choosing peace. It was in having conversations with people, and that could very be what you said. That's not
Mhm.
what I heard. I felt like in having conversations with other people, if Monday I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, everybody was like, yay, do that. We support you. And
Mhm.
then Tuesday I'll say, no, this is what I'm gonna do. Yay, do that. I support you. And
Yeah.
then Wednesday, I'm like, "Ugh, something else happened, and I'm blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just always, yay, do that. I'm support you. And
Right.
it got to the point where it's like, well, one of you motherfuckers tell me. Like, I didn't want people in my life that were doing either A, you're just here because you want to watch,
Right.
B,
Because people do that.
right, B, you're just whatever I want to do, you down with it.
Right.
And then C, you just was listening when I feel like I was saying, y'all are not understanding what the fuck I'm saying to y'all. I'm
And when
trying to choose peace, but I'm
right.
about to go to jail. You understand what I'm saying? And I need somebody to just like come and grab me and say, let's start from the beginning and figure it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's just figure out what your brain like. You ever
So
had 50 conversations happening
yes.
in your head at
Yes.
one time,
Yes.
and you just
A
need somebody to
daily.
say no?
It's a daily struggle.
uh Personality number 5, come to the front because that's what
Fun.
gonna be. Like, that's what I needed people to tell me. And so when it got to the point where I had to change my phone number, um that's just when I was just like, I'm not, I can't. That was me. That's what I thought in the
You turned
moment
the
of
noise
me
off.
choosing peace.
You had to turn the noise off.
But the no, but the noise that needed to be turned off
Mm,
was like put on mute, not
mm,
turned off. Where the people around me that should have been the people that was still like speaking to me,
right.
that was what was turned off.
Mm,
So in essence, I didn't choose peace because my peace was supposed to be my family and my friends,
right.
not the motherfucker that was bringing the drama. Like, you
Right.
get what I'm saying?
No, yes, yes. It just you have to I felt when we reconnected, I felt as though you had a control over you have control now.
Mhm.
You weren't what I left. You weren't honestly all over the place. You weren't hearing directions from everybody. When I connected back, I felt like your voice was the only voice you listened to. which was the ultimate voice that you need to hear.
Mhm.
Because at this point, you should be able to know when a mother lover is what you say, gaslighting
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
here to hear your business so they can go have their own damn story for someone else, or they just listening just to listen so that you can air your situation out.
Mhm.
But I still feel like you have it. You have the ball this time, and no one can take the ball. You're getting what did things say the other day? You're getting what they say? Um prosper. The weapons are
Oh,
always
the
forming.
Westbrook, yeah,
The weapons are always
the
forming.
yeah.
They're not gonna ever stop forming, and they're
Mhm.
touching you. Although he said that it won't, it is.
Mhm.
But I feel like you have control.
Mhm.
Now I feel like you have control. You can do and deal with it. What do you think?
Some days, because I'm still human.
Of course, I know.
So some days I still be like, today's the day I'm gonna go to jail. Some days it's not as much days, just some days. But I don't believe that I think the other segment said bleeding on others. I
Yes.
don't think I'm bleeding on others.
Now with the not bleeding on others, does that mean that you're trying to hold on to it yourself? Are you
No,
holding it instead of are you holding it because you don't want to bleed on somebody?
no, 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 no. That's what I did before when
Okay.
I kind of felt like I was just like I'm choosing what I called choosing
Yeah.
peace. I kind of went into
Yes. Mhm.
isolation. That
Mhm.
was me holding it in, not wanting to bleed on others.
Okay. Okay.
Um
Okay.
oh and in the sense of, because I'm gonna bring this in there too, in the grand scheme of not wanting to bleed on others, then
Mhm.
I began to suffer in silence.
So that's what I'm asking.
Right.
Now, right now, do you feel that you continue to suffer in silence so that you don't have to bleed on others?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Because it's not, it's I understand what it is now.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not a me thing.
Right.
It's not me.
Right. You know how some relationships they're like, "Oh, I'm the problem or you're the problem." No, I know it's not me. It's not.
Right.
Let me act accordingly because I know it's not me.
Right. So
Yeah.
it was a season where it was just like, you I was over analyzing every single thing about me. What am
Mm.
I doing wrong? Did I
Mhm.
make the right choice?
Mhm. Mhm.
Am
Mhm.
I, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like every
Yes,
single
absolutely.
thing I did. Like I watched I don't know if it was a TikTok or a reel on Instagram where
Mm.
the guy was saying that we have become so conditioned to, oh, it's you everything happens for a reason, and you have to figure out what that reason is. It is, you have to love yourself, you have to better yourself, you have to look within. That we
Too
don't place
much.
the blame on other people. Like we don't hold other people accountable because we're so busy searching within ourselves, thinking that we have to change ourselves. And sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's your environment, sometimes it's other
Right.
people.
Yes. Mhm.
And we've gotten so, let me check myself. Let me check myself. And I
Mhm.
was a let me check myself person until I said, ain't shit wrong with me.
Right.
Ain't,
Right.
I didn't do anything wrong. I am
Right.
not to blame. I
Right.
I my name is Chelsea,
Right.
and this is who I am. And it took a minute to kind of get to that space, but
Mhm.
in choosing what I thought was peace, it really wasn't, because I isolated myself. I and I just internalized everything, which wasn't beneficial.
Right.
Did some people need to be removed
Yes.
from my life?
Yes.
Yes. Um, but I didn't remove all of the right people.
Okay. Okay. So are you saying that you feel as though there are still okay, I know you do with I I understand this, who needs to be removed? One or few, but with the what ones that you have not removed, do you feel
Mhm.
as though they still need to be removed?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you feel like anyone that you have removed or they've removed themselves, do you want that back?
No, I think that whoever is supposed to come back will come back.
Okay. Okay.
That like, first of all, I don't want to say I'm too prideful, but what I look like calling and being like, hey girl, remember when I was like, F you, my bad. I don't
My bad.
no, no, I'm not doing that. The
I
fuck?
know, I
No.
feel you. I feel you, I feel you.
Not doing that. Like, it's not. And furthermore, I haven't been called to do that for any particular person. I
Right.
reached out to you a few times within the past couple of years after we stopped talking, and that was it.
Mhm.
Some
You
people some people didn't get removed for this particular situation. Some people got removed because in my solitude, I'm listening more because I'm
mhm,
a talker.
mhm.
But now in my solitude, I'm listening more. And what the fuck
Mhm.
did you mean when you said that?
Right,
Because
right.
now I'm offended. Then you say something again, and it's like, okay, so you sound like a hater.
Right, yeah, I'm feeling you out now,
And
understanding what the hell is
I
going
don't
on here.
think, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
what you're saying is like, people say things in a joking way, but you really mean that. Because
Like what I
why
told
we
you.
joking about my life right now? Like, that
'Cause
wasn't
it's not a
funny.
joke and I'm freaking living it.
Right. Like, that wasn't funny.
Right.
How hell blocked. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Not
how
in the
the hell?
mood. No, that's not funny. That's
Yeah.
not.
So it was just like in
People
the
also feel
solitude,
like they could play you, you know?
like,
Don't
don't
play
don't
me.
don't do. And then
'Cause
I hear that, people always use the excuse of like, oh, well, you're blunt and you're this and you're that. I was very blunt in my 20s.
you've always been since I've known you, you've always been blind.
And I could have probably said some hurtful things in a not so nice way in my
Yeah.
20s. But as you grow and you start to understand that your delivery has an impact on the way you speak to people, you
Mhm.
change.
Right.
So because how I used to be in the past, you feel like you could be like that now in my late 30s?
Mhm.
Because if you would have said some craziness like that to me when I was 22, I would have hurt your feelings, and then now I'm the bad guy. But now that
Mhm.
I'm 38, 39, 40, and you say
Mhm.
something and I choose to ignore it and just walk away,
Right.
it's like, oh, you get what I'm trying to say?
Take your
Like,
kindness
I
for
hope
weakness.
the conversation is without me exposing too much of my personal life, but I hope the conversation is making sense as far as like the peace versus drama aspect of it. Um, but yeah, yeah.
So to expand for those that are listening, it's much easier to pick the drama side, but you have to evaluate what you want and how you want it. Because the more you entertain certain situations, can look very different, even can even look the same as you were when you were 20, when you're 60.
Right. And I don't necessarily think that it's easier to pick the drama. I
It's
think that
not.
we have to figure out what does peace look like to us
Mhm.
and what is drama to us. Because
Right.
drama to some people is peace. Some people can't live without the noise. They thrive off of it. So that could be their peace. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's people who can't deal with, all of the rah-rah. And so they like your everyone's peace and drama looks different. You just have to really figure out what it is that you want your life to be and then make the decisions according to that. But don't make decisions in a hasty angst manner. Like, you have to ground yourself to
I feel like
understand. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree with the part of the drama, because drama should not be thriving. It should not be, not thriving, but drama should not be somebody else's peace. You should not want drama. You should
But
want peace.
but
God did
that's the
not wake up
normal
with
people.
drama.
Yes, he did.
Okay, he did, but he didn't.
Like, yes, he did.
He didn't want the
I
drama.
wasn't
It
down in
came.
Jerusalem, but like,
It
but
came all the time.
but
Yes.
but this is my you and I. Okay, think about it like this. Back 5 years ago,
Mhm.
I didn't realize I was choosing drama.
Mm.
I thought I was choosing peace by isolating myself. But in
Okay.
all honesty, the people and the places and things in the environment that I changed, it just it just continued. You get what I'm trying to say? Like the
Yeah.
drama just continued in a different space. I didn't
Mm.
necessarily create a space of peace for me.
Okay. Okay.
I thought I was,
Uh,
but when you think about it, you understand what I'm saying? Because if I did, it wouldn't be loud in 2024.
right. Okay. I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
had I made a different decision to say, no, this person needs to be removed.
Mhm. Mhm. Cut your ties with those people.
Could peace look different to me today? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yes.
That
Yes.
so it's not necessarily some people. It's just the way you see things and how you live your life. Some people
Yeah.
literally thrive off of drama, and that's their peace. Some people can't,
Yeah.
like me. I can't sit. Like if you come over,
Uh,
I can sit and be quiet, but I don't like that. I don't like quietness.
mm.
Cause what you here for? Go home. You understand what I'm saying? Like
No, no,
if
it's
you're in
different if you
my
have somebody,
space,
yeah, no, I
right? Like
understand
if
that part.
you're in my space, unless we're watching a movie or something like that, I want to talk because I'm a talker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
Yes.
people can sit in other people's company and not say a word
Mhm.
because they just like to be around people.
Mhm.
If you're in my energy, why like you gotta have a reason to be in my energy. You get what I'm trying
Mhm.
to say? Like there's a difference.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
So
understand that part.
that's pretty much what it is. But I felt like what happened this week opened my eyes even bigger to what I
This
need to do.
podcast.
Yeah, like what I need to do as far as like choosing peace over drama and make it leave the dog alone, please. Sorry. And and making the right decisions. Um
What happened? What you wanna say? Something you wanna say.
no, I'm reading the notes for the podcast. You put subtracting the no, did that one. The word trauma is triggering. Why did you say that?
Um, a lot of people, when they hear the word trauma, they think negatively. And trauma can be known as a negative word, action word, verb. Um, but I'm wondering if they hear the word adverse events, if that would help them to heal. Adverse event can be anything. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Um, so having trauma brought up in a conversation so that you can heal. I feel as though people take certain days. Okay, sometimes some people listen to the words that you say, and sometimes people don't hear the words that you say. And then some people take the words and they take it too far. Um, Again, it has to do with drama and peace, because that helps you heal. Why, when people hear the word trauma, do they always think something negative?
Because because what is it followed up by?
Counseling?
So if I'm not in counseling and you mentioned the word trauma, why wouldn't it be a negative thing? I don't want to talk about my trauma.
What would you
Why
care
would I
for?
want to bring up old wounds? Why would I want to bring up painful memories without, you understand what like,
Because you have to bring up your painful memory in order to get past it.
not if I don't have counseling to get past it. Because now at this point, you just threatening me with negativity. You just bringing up stuff just to be bringing it up. That, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not in a space to want to heal, not necessarily even heal, because first you have to acknowledge that you even experienced the trauma, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And then once you can acknowledge your trauma, now you have to make a decision of, how do I heal from that? What do I you get what I'm saying? What do I do different as far as, like, let's just use breaking generational curses, right? If
Okay.
I'm not in a space to want to do that, why am I bringing it up? Because we can talk about, I want to choose an easy one, something that's not gonna
Life
get,
insurance?
okay, life insurance. Well, no, because that's not really a trauma. Um,
It sure can be. I wish I might have had a life insurance policy for me like my children got.
um, no, that's. mm, let's talk about butt whoopings, right?
Okay.
Um, back in the day, we used to get our butt beat. My grandmother would beat us with extension cords.
Right. Whoa.
I don't I don't believe in I mean, I pop my kids, I do, but I'm not big into beating my children because I don't want to use the word abuse, but for lack of better words, for lack of better words, mom, the abuse I experienced from my grandmother is triggering to the
Mm.
point where I don't have a close relationship with her.
Mm.
That's a trauma for me,
Right.
right? If I wasn't in a space to acknowledge what I went through when I was younger,
Uh-huh.
and you was to bring up butt whoopings, I'm not going to be receptive to the conversation because it's still something that's triggering me. I just don't know why.
Okay.
So because I don't know why I'm being triggered or I feel some kind of way, I'm going to be on defense.
Mhm.
I'm and you literally can just be talking about it and you can be, saying things that could possibly heal me and whatever. Is You're not talking about it to be rude or bring up, you don't even know what happened to me, you're just talking about it, right? If
Right.
I'm not in a space to acknowledge what I've been through,
Mhm.
recognize it as a trauma, it's going to trigger me. But because I know what it was, I know what my trauma was, I can
Right.
identify it, and I've dealt with the emotions I get from it, I
Yeah.
can now talk about my trauma. Does that make sense?
So what would you suggest people do with their trauma?
Call a thing a thing, acknowledge it. You have to I have so many examples on this. Okay, let me back up. Let me give you another example because this one might be good. Let's say I don't know if I want to touch this. Um, you grow up with a father that behaved in a certain kind of way,
Okay.
and it hurts you as a
Okay.
kid to the
Okay.
point where you can't stand this man,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You grow up and you're now a man and you act just like your daddy. And when
Okay.
someone points out what you're doing and telling you you're acting just like this, your father,
Yeah.
you get defensive.
Instead of actually trying to hear what they're suggesting. How
Even
do
though you know that the way your dad treated you and the way your dad behaved, it hurt you as a kid
and you come around to do the same thing.
to
So
your
then
children.
okay, so yeah, okay. Yeah, you have to
So you
acknowledge it.
you you know it. You know it. You know
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
know you're
Yeah.
acting just like this man. It's no way you don't know it because I know you feel it.
Right. Right.
I know you feel, especially when you gotta talk to your children. I know you feel it,
Right.
but you're not acknowledging it. You're not accepting it. You're not speaking it. You're not making it a thing.
But then now you're doing the same thing that that person is doing and
Generational trauma.
I know.
And if you're not going to call a thing, it's going to keep happening.
That's what my grandparents call a spade a spade.
Yeah. So if I'm calling it a trauma and I'm talking to you like, yeah, like you don't see what you're doing. I don't know what you're talking about. Because you're not ready to acknowledge that you became exactly what you hated. And that's why it's triggering.
Woo! Y'all better go take a break and heal y'all because I chose peace. I
Mhm,
choose peace. I've
mhm.
chosen peace. I I I
What
am
did choosing peace
working.
cost you?
Um, choosing peace cost me. Mm, it kind of cost me a parent. It cost me because it's like I refused. I don't like the drama. I don't like it. I don't like drama. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Man, I like it.
Mhm.
I don't like it. I don't want to
It's
be anywhere around.
exhausting.
It's so exhausting. And okay, so when you've chosen peace and then you still have that one person around you that not just one person, but it could be a couple people that they're just dramatic, they're draining, to the point that when you have conversations with them, sometimes it's just like,
Right.
okay, so I'm gonna talk to you a little bit later, all right? Because I don't have anything, I have nothing. Because you can't acknowledge, you don't want to. They don't want to acknowledge that there's something wrong with them. Why would I don't know because like I told you in episode 1, I chose peace instead of the drama because of a situation that happened with me and my husband, a situation that should have never happened.
Mhm.
But then might, like you said, everything's purpose, driven. So might have happened because I needed to hit that point of now I accept nothing but peace in my life.
Right. Right.
But that kind of distances me from family members because I just don't want it. I don't have no desire for it.
So,
I don't
are
want it.
you scrutinized for subtracting the drama? It's like are you having people around you like, who do you think you are? You think you better than us?
Yes.
Because
Mhm.
or
Oh,
you have
yes.
those people where it's like, yo, I
Yes.
swear I feel like people be bored.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
because
Oh my
they're bored,
god. Oh
they
my
kick up
gosh.
mess. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, she over there quiet. Let me send some energy her way and call
Yes.
you and be like, do something to just trigger you because they know
Yes.
they can.
Mhm.
No
Mhm.
matter how much peace we try to choose,
This
you know exactly what to say
Send them
to
people.
piss me off.
It's
And
your own
so it's
family.
yeah. And it's their way of being like, who you think you are? You're not better than us.
And it's so sad for them to even feel that they can't acknowledge their shit. Yeah, I'm cussing. We're gonna have to put this one on another
Girl, I've
moment.
been cousin.
YouTube's gonna have a restriction on this shit because it's like they're like basically, who do you think you are to tell me about myself? But I'm not. You're saying something about me, and I'm telling you what I'm not gonna deal with. And you're telling me and now you're triggering me and now I'm cussing. And now
Right,
that I know good and well that's not my purpose and my peace. And my cursing is not cursing. My cursing is, are you hearing what I'm saying in my message?
right,
Because I was saying it nicely, you keep cutting me off and you're not listening. Or you're listening and you're degrading me.
right.
You're
Yeah.
you're 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 talking to me as if I'm dumb and I'm not. I've chosen consciousness and you did not. And I
Well, who do
am
you think you are choosing consciousness?
a healthy ass mother lover.
Who do you think you are? You supposed to be over here miserable with
I am
us.
over here. I am on my only situation. I am not have I ever been ashamed of saying what I had to say? No, not ashamed.
You're supposed to be over here miserable with us
No,
for no reason
I
whatsoever
know
because
my finances is not where it's supposed to be.
who do you think you
That's
are?
on me.
Nope. Who do you think
I'm
you
not
are?
blaming you, Chelsea. I'm not blaming Tom. I'm not blaming Dick nor
Mm,
Harry.
you supposed to be over here miserable with us. You have no right to remove
We
yourself.
get the
You
same
have
24 hours in a day.
you have no right to be over there
If you're
starting podcasts and selling teas and taking care of you. Don't have no right to do any of that.
sir, sir, excuse-moi. Who?
That's how people are.
But and that's why we have to disconnect. We're disconnecting.
Who
We
you
are
disconnected from?
disconnecting.
Because I'm about to call you.
And that happens. And it happens, and it's like, "Oh, you can't call nobody," and, "Oh, you been," and
Guilt tripping you.
guilt tripping.
Guilt tripping you.
Then when I do answer use people's, and I'm silent like Silent Bob, they're like, "Oh, well, you don't have you're not conversating. There's nothing to conversate about. You called
Right.
me. You've been calling
Right.
me. You
It's ter-
know,
it's,
you
it's terrible.
You know what you got going on. That's what this whole thing. This I want when somebody watch this to be like, yeah, I'll go through the same thing, and at least I'm not in this boat by myself.
No, you're not. I think everybody goes through seasons where you really just have to say, I just need a season where it's nothing going on and I'm just focused on me and I'm
Mhm.
focused on building me, if you have a family, your family or whatever, and
Mhm.
you choose your peace. You have a right to choose what makes you happy. Your mental health comes first. That's just that's really the bottom line for me, and that's what it has been over the past couple of years. Like my mental health come first. I cannot allow people to be in my life that's going to make me question my own fucking sanity because I know I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't
I
deal
know
with
I'm
that.
not
Yeah.
dumb. I know 1 + 1 = 2 every freaking time. So you
Every
can't come
time.
over here telling me anything different. And I think
No.
I went through years where it was just kind of like, I think I'm bugging.
Mm-mm.
Cause what the heck?
Mm-mm.
Like, to the point where I'm thinking like I went to sleep and I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I just never got back on the right side. And we have the choice to choose what's best for us at all times.
Yeah.
At all
I
times.
choose. I want everybody to choose their path that they choose, and don't let nobody guilt trip you.
Mm,
And guilt tripping is a very big major thing. It's humongous, especially nowadays. Yo, you see how we look. Prices have changed in
mhm,
every single living, non-living thing in this world. Prices have
mhm,
changed.
mhm.
So you can actually come up with a plan and work towards it. Even if you feel as though you wake up every day and you do the same thing, continue to check off one thing a day. If you
Right,
check it off, you did good for that day. You did
right.
great for that day. Guess who got a 98 on his quiz? Computer programming class.
I know that's right. After all the hell they tried to pull.
All the time they keep his one teacher in high school said that he need to quit now. He'll never be good. Okay, a 98, a hundreds. I be seeing numbers. The lowest I've seen was a 78.
We're not entertaining negative vibrations over here.
Bye.
Cause what you mean he need what? See, this is what I say when I say we things could always kick up if we wanted it to kick up
I could have,
because
girl. I could have
you
jammed him
understand what I'm saying?
up.
'Cause you wasn't even you couldn't even say that without me being like, wait a minute, you see I repeated it. 'Cause what she say? Who she was talking about? What child was she talking about? Who man? Who what?
And that was his 10th grade. That was his 10th grade computer science. It wasn't a computer. It was computer. Oh God, I forgot what it was, like a computer tech or something like that class. And this Caucasian old man gonna talk about some we were doing his IEP and they were like, "Oh, well, I would suggest that you just take him out and not let him ever do computers because he'll never make it." I said,
I
"Oh
I
wow.
I know you lie. So
Oh
okay, so
wow."
let me say this too. Let me say this too. I think that God also puts us in certain situations because he's choosing peace for us
Yes.
because that must have been said during a time frame we wasn't speaking.
Yeah, no, we wasn't speaking.
You know I'm gonna write a good letter because who you talking to? No, you not. And you gonna hit send on this email and we gonna copy the president of the board, the principal, the vice principal, the guidance counselor, the psychologist, who everybody getting CC'd on his. You and we gonna print it out and mail it.
We certified mailing it.
Cause
Return receipt.
who said what? You get so I also feel like God also puts us in season. It's like, nah, you gonna have to do this one alone. Cause if y'all think you want to do this one, no, baby. Who?
I know
And
because
my mother is in Georgia too. Ma, you know my mother is a board of education advocate. What, ma?
no one Nat needs some help.
Natalie
Go down.
needs you.
Go take on.
Go
Meet
on
her
over there
halfway
to the
going.
school. Handle them people, because who they talking to? We don't talk to our kids like that. We don't tell our kids to
Girl,
quit. Did you crazy? Tell him
I
to quit?
got I got
A
so
school
much.
official?
Uh, right,
Oh no.
right,
No.
right, right. That joke was
No, no,
hilarious.
no. That's
Oh,
crazy. Hell no.
I didn't even tell. Look, I didn't tell my mother the whole truth about that one. I just was like, I handled it because I knew where that was gonna go, and I damn sure know if you was. I know there would have been letters what they call it, anonymously written by y'all, both of y'all.
Anonymous. Who said look the dog gone crazy. I know, doggy.
That's him.
hmm Like no,
That's his little bark.
right. I don't know what he's doing over here in his sleep. Yeah, that was a crazy statement to make.
Drama. That day I picked peace and drama because the way I was talking, because it was the four of us on the panel, and I started getting the attitude. But the one teacher knew me. She was like, "Okay, Miss Burton, we're gonna go ahead and just, we're not gonna worry about that because he can go ahead and take that later on in another grade, and we'll just go ahead and move forward with that because we're not worried about that." I was like, "Yeah, yeah," because you already know where I was going with it because she was you and my mother in one, but because she was in school and she was an African American, um, very much educated woman, like yourselves, she was like, "Imma handle this for you. Just work with me, okay? Just chill. Just work with me and chill because I the what I'm going to say, I'll shut them down. Don't worry about it."
That's
But
great.
after she was asked, she's like, "Don't nobody talk to my children like that. Y'all children are my children." And when I tell you she advocated for that fella in there, bruh, he read his whole class because I remember by mistake, he got kicked out of class, out of the college class. And he had to do his first week's homework. He has to get it done that plus his next week.
hmm
And he's working extremely hard. And when I tell you, and I done got everybody sick in here. I done got everybody sick. But the herbs are working because um I was cured, dang no, in 2 days. But he's working extremely hard in there. Like today, he was reading hours, hours. And to come when I leave, for him to say, Ma and Dad, I got a 98 on my exam. Bruh, go ahead. Get up, shoe. Who they stopping? They can't
I know
stop
that's
you.
right. We need to get them button things so I could put the
Boop,
clap.
boop, 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 boop. Pew, 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 pew. But the drama, I chose peace because I don't want the drama. Drama is not a part of my forte.
Right. We gotta make sure that we're not
Drama is cool for when we going out. Like say what we said we going to Cape Town
mhm.
and we gonna go enjoy ourselves out there. Uh, that type of drama is great because it's fun drama. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be something that I've never done before. Going out, out of country with you, and not having nobody else. I could not imagine. I would never imagine it.
But that's not drama either. That's still peace. That's still because that's still a moment like how we said before. Like we
It's
need
fun drama.
moments to you know what I mean? Be ourselves. That's still peace. That's still you connecting with yourself, vibing with your girlfriends and all that good stuff. That's what that is. I don't think it's drama. I think it's no negativity, no nothing, just pure fun.
It, on my side, it's gonna cause drama. I can't hear you.
Like you hit mute. You, that said that's you, that's your side. You married. Yeah.
Well, I ain't worried about it because I already got. Look, it's not like I need approval, but my husband told me to get on with it because he need me to have a break. He need
Yeah.
me to go away and enjoy it and know what it feel like, cause he know what it feel like, you know, going out without anybody around him and doing his thing. He said he used to have fun. He enjoyed himself when he was young. He has stories. I have nothing. I have straight into parenthood.
Yeah. That
And yes, I chose it myself, but
yeah. I mean, you have this is your time to live your life now, and that's all it is. And if choosing to disassociate yourself from certain family members and friends just for your peace of mind, for your sake, that's what's best for you. My only suggestion and in conclusion, it would be just to make sure that whatever you choose, you're making sure that you're choosing the best option for you.
I'm about to say for
um,
me.
and don't make decisions out of uh
Spite or anger.
yeah, like sometimes you just have sometimes you do have to separate yourself and go into isolation, but not so much so where you're just alone and like we said, suffering in silence. Sometimes you have to take a minute to step back to just connect and talk with God, to just be like, listen, there's a lot of noise, I need you to silence the noise. Let him remove what needs to be removed. I think I did a lot of removing without talking to God first.
Mm,
And when I began to talk to God and when I began to seek out my relationship with him and build that in my solitude, what was supposed to come back came back.
mhm,
And when I
mhm.
say my eyes are open more to other stuff, it's open more to other stuff. If
It
that
is.
makes sense.
Yeah, you're privy to other things. You know what's going on. You feel the
Yeah.
vibration more than you used to.
Right. Right. But yeah, I we're gonna go live on TikTok after this. So if y'all haven't subscribed over there, what do you do on TikTok? Subscribe or like?
I'll tell you right now.
I don't even know. I know you like and
I think you
subscribe.
followed. Oh, I think. Oh, you do something. And these people that I'm talking, they loud. Hold on. They loud, 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 loud. Yeah, you just hit the plus sign.
Okay, so you
Hit the
follow.
plus sign.
Yeah, go over there and follow on TikTok because you know we do these recordings, this podcast. It goes on YouTube,
Mm,
it goes on
mm.
Apple, it goes on Spotify, it goes where else it go?
Instagram, Facebook,
Google
iHeartRadio,
Podcasts. We on iHeartRadio too. I think I said that before. I
and
keep forgetting we on
Google
Heart
Podcasts is
and
next.
Google Podcasts. So all of this stuff, we give the PG version over here. But to learn more and to get into why I was really, really angry this week and couldn't wait for the peace versus drama episode, you
You
got
so
to go
funny.
over to the other web, to the TikTok world and watch us live where we dissect the things for real.
No. And we needed to do we the people need this and they need to feel it. They need to understand what's going on with their life and that they need to understand and know. I want somebody to take away from this. Um, like you said, it's okay to put you first. Like we've always been saying, self-love. mindset. If we don't have that, if we don't do that, then it's not, life is what you make it,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, it with having to do with peace and drama, because choosing yourself means that you have to be accountable for you, what you want in your life, and sometimes they can't come with you, sometimes they're not supposed to come with you, sometimes purpose driven, sometimes there was an end date and you let the end date extend past what it was supposed to. So that's on you. We're of age. We are of age. Anybody over the age of 30, you are of age to know what is going on and what you want in your life. And if you behave in a certain manner, yeah, it's because you choose to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Definitely.
30 and under, you got some time to mess up. You got some time to do things wrong and right. You got some time to make it, make it do what it do. But as soon as you hit that 30-year mark, that's
It's time
half
to
your
get it
life.
together. Right. It's time to
Mhm.
get it together. And I say that between 30 and 35 is your real pivotal years, because that's where your that foundation is starting to come in at. That's where you start to
Mhm.
build that foundation.
Mhm.
Whether it's now you're selecting the career that you want to be in, you start in your family or
Mhm.
whatever it is. And I know that we can't put a timeline on things, but
No.
it's a consensus, 30 to 35. That's that foundation. I'm gonna say 35 plus if you still making the same decisions that you were making when you were in your 20s. Then it's a problem. You need to reevaluate yourself. And like we said last week or whatever week that was, you don't want to be in the same space you was yesterday.
I agree with you with the age. I so agree. Sitting down here and thinking, I agree with that age. That's
I
a
think
that's a
30 to
pretty
35 is
age.
when I mean, I've always been mature, but I think 30 to 35 is when I was like, okay, I gotta get serious now. I
Mm.
gotta get serious, you know. And another thing I wanted to point out so that it can help us segue into our next episode is that the biggest thing with peace versus drama also is communication.
Ooh, let's leave it there. See y'all later. Thank you for showing up today. Because I have not anything else after I say other than have a good one, y'all, is going to be a whole nother episode. So I want to thank you guys for coming and showing up and listening to us today. My name is Natalie,
And I am Chelsea.
and we will talk to you guys on the next episode when we talk about.
Communication.
See y'all later, y'all.